Welcome back to the Mindset Advantage. I'm Jeffrey Wendel, and I'm so glad you're here for episode 12. In our last episode, I shared stories and lessons from my time coaching the UC Indians baseball team. We talked about the mental side of the game and how the principles of mindset and resilience apply to youth, sports, and life. The response has been incredible, with many parents reaching out to ask, how do I teach these principles to my children? That's exactly what we're going to explore today, raising resilient children. Whether you're a parent, grandparent, teacher, or mentor, this episode will give you practical strategies for instilling a growth mindset in the young people you care about, preparing them to face life's challenges with confidence. I've had the privilege of working with young athletes for years, and I've seen firsthand how the right mindset coaching can transform not just their performance, but their entire approach to life. Today, I'm going to share what I've learned about helping children develop resilience, confidence, and the belief that they can achieve goals higher than they ever dreamed. Let's start with the foundation. What exactly is a growth mindset, and why does it matter for our children? A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It's the opposite of a fixed mindset, which believes that abilities are static and unchangeable. Here's what this looks like in real life. A child with a fixed mindset says, "I'm not good at math. I'll never understand it." A child with a growth mindset says, "I'm not good at math yet, but if I practice and get help, I can improve." See the difference? The fixed mindset sees failure as proof of limitation. The growth mindset sees failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. Research shows that children with a growth mindset are more resilient, more willing to take on challenges, more persistent in the face of setbacks, and ultimately, more successful in school and life. They don't give up when things get hard because they understand that struggle is part of the learning process. As parents and mentors, one of the greatest gifts we can give our children is this growth mindset. And the good news is it can be taught. It's not something you're born with or without. It's something you develop through the messages you receive and the experiences you have. When I work with my baseball players, I'm constantly reinforcing growth mindset principles. When a player says, "I can't hit that pitcher," I respond, "You can't hit that pitcher yet. Let's work on your approach." That simple word, "yet," changes everything. It transforms a statement of limitation into a statement of possibility. Let me share 5 principles that will help you coach your children toward resilience and a growth mindset. Principle 1, praise effort, not just results. This is one of the most important shifts you can make as a parent. Most of us were raised with praise like, "You're so smart," or "You're a natural athlete." But research shows that this kind of praise can actually create a fixed mindset. Instead, praise the effort, the strategy, the persistence. Say things like, "I'm proud of how hard you work on that project," or "I noticed you kept trying even when it was difficult," or "I love how you asked for help when you needed it." This teaches children that success comes from effort and strategy, not from innate ability. It makes them more willing to take on challenges because they understand that effort leads to growth. With my baseball team, I celebrate the player who strikes out but had a great approach at the plate. I celebrate the player who makes an error but gave maximum effort on the play. I'm teaching them that what matters most is how they show up, not just the outcome. Principle 2, reframe failure as learning. Children need to understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the path to success. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Every setback is information about what to do differently next time. When your child experiences failure, resist the urge to immediately fix it or minimize it. Instead, ask questions. What did you learn from this? What would you do differently next time? What's one thing you can take from this experience? This teaches them to extract value from failure rather than just feeling bad about it. It builds resilience because they learn that setbacks don't define them, they develop them. I use the so what next pitch philosophy with young players all the time. When they make an error or strike out, we acknowledge it, we learn from it, and then we immediately shift focus to the next opportunity. This prevents them from getting stuck in the failure and helps them stay present and focused. Principle 3, model the mindset you want to see. Children learn more from what we do than from what we say. If you want your children to have a growth mindset, you need to model it yourself. How do you respond when you make a mistake? Do you beat yourself up? Or do you say, okay, I learned something. Here's what I'll do differently next time. How do you talk about challenges? Do you say, this is too hard? Or do you say, this is challenging, but I'm going to figure it out? Your children are watching. They're learning how to handle adversity by watching how you handle adversity. If you want them to be resilient, you need to demonstrate resilience. I make it a point to share my own mistakes and learning moments with the young people I coach. I tell them about times I failed, times I struggled, and how I worked through it. This normalizes failure and shows them that everyone, even their coach, is on a growth journey. Principle 4, encourage healthy risk-taking. Resilient children are willing to step outside their comfort zone. They try new things, take on challenges, and aren't paralyzed by the fear of failure. But this requires an environment where it's safe to take risks. As parents, we need to create an environment where our children feel safe to try and fail. This means not punishing mistakes, not comparing them to siblings or peers, and not making our love or approval conditional on their success. When a child knows that they're loved and valued regardless of their performance, they're free to take risks and grow. But when they feel like their worth is tied to their achievements, they become afraid to fail. And that fear limits their potential. This is why I work so hard to create a supportive culture on my baseball team. I want every player to feel safe to go for the difficult catch, to try the aggressive base running, to take their best swing. Even if they fail, they know their teammates and their coach have their back. That psychological safety is what allows them to perform at their best. Principle 5, focus on the process, not just the outcome. We live in a results-oriented culture. We celebrate the A on the test, the trophy, the win. But if we only focus on outcomes, we teach our children that their value is determined by results. And that creates anxiety, pressure, and fear of failure. Instead, focus on the process. Did they prepare well? Did they give their best effort? Did they demonstrate good character? Did they learn and grow? These process goals are within their control, whereas outcomes often aren't. With my baseball team, our goals aren't just about winning games. Our goals are about competing every game, playing hard, supporting each other, and achieving personal growth. When we focus on those process goals, the results take care of themselves. I want you to do a quick parenting mindset audit with me right now. Think about your interactions with your children or the young people you mentor. First, when you praise your children, do you praise effort and strategy, or do you praise innate ability? Think about the last time you gave praise. What did you say? Second, when your child experiences failure or disappointment, how do you respond? Do you immediately try to fix it, or do you help them learn from it? Third, how do you model resilience? When you face challenges, do your children see you persevere, or do they see you give up? Fourth, Have you created an environment where it's safe for your children to take risks and fail? Or do they feel like they need to be perfect to earn your approval? Fifth, do you focus more on outcomes or on the process? When you talk to your children about school, sports, or activities, do you ask about grades and wins? Or do you ask about effort, learning, and growth? These questions aren't meant to make you feel guilty. They're meant to create awareness. Once you're aware of your patterns, you can make different choices. And even small shifts in how you communicate with your children can have a profound impact on their mindset development. Let me give you 3 practical strategies you can start using today to help your children develop resilience and a growth mindset. Strategy 1, the yet technique. Whenever your child says, "I can't do this," add the word yet to the end of the sentence. I can't do this yet. This simple addition transforms a statement of limitation into a statement of possibility. It reminds them that abilities can be developed. Teach your children to use this word themselves. Make it part of your family vocabulary. I can't ride a bike yet. I don't understand fractions yet. I'm not good at public speaking yet. The word yet is powerful because it implies growth is coming. Strategy 2, the what did you learn question. Make this your go-to response when your child experiences failure or disappointment. Instead of immediately trying to make them feel better or fix the situation, ask, what did you learn from this? This question does several things. It shifts their focus from the negative emotion to the learning opportunity. It teaches them to extract value from every experience. And it reinforces that failure is part of the learning process, not something to be avoided at all costs. Strategy 3, the weekly growth conversation. Set aside time each week to have a growth conversation with your child. Ask them, what's something you struggled with this week? What did you learn? What's something you want to work on next week? How can I support you? This regular conversation normalizes struggle, celebrates learning, and reinforces that growth is an ongoing journey. It also gives you valuable insight into what your child is experiencing and how you can best support them. These strategies are simple, but they're powerful. The key is consistency. The more you reinforce these messages, the more deeply they'll be internalized by your children. Let's recap what we've covered today. First, we defined a growth mindset as the belief that abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. And we discussed why this matters for our children's resilience and success. Second, we explored 5 principles of mindset coaching for parents. Praise effort, not just results. Reframe failure as learning. Model the mindset you want to see. Encourage healthy risk-taking. And focus on the process, not just the outcome. Third, we did a parenting mindset audit to create awareness of our current patterns. And finally, I gave you 3 practical strategies: the yet technique, the what did you learn question, and the weekly growth conversation. Here's my challenge for you this week. Choose one of the 3 strategies we discussed and commit to using it consistently with your children. Notice what shifts. Notice how they respond. And most importantly, notice how it changes the dynamic between you. Raising resilient children is one of the most important things we can do as parents and mentors. The mindset we help them develop will serve them for the rest of their lives, long after they've left our homes and our care. Thank you for joining me for episode 12 of The Mindset Advantage. I hope this episode has given you practical tools to help the young people in your life develop resilience and confidence. Next week, we're going to talk about overcoming personal adversity, your comeback story. We'll explore how to navigate life's toughest challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. It's going to be a powerful conversation. Until then, remember, the greatest gift you can give your children is not success, but the mindset to handle both success and failure with resilience. Change your mind, and you will change your life and theirs.